Okay, another Just As Yourself production are here disturbing the peace with Leso on his thoughts about President Obama and the rest of the world. So how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great, fantastic. I'm still here.
All right, that's a blessing. So what do you do in your spare time?
Oh man, I just sit around, watch TV shows, enjoy life, and don't complain too much, So that's what I do on my spare time.
All right, that's what it's about. Why do you suppose more Caucasians make it to college versus blacks?
With that type of question, to be honest, I don't even really think that's really true. That's just like a rumor, because there's a lot of black people that's going to school, and a lot of white people that's going to school. It's not even just about white and black. That's the most thing about races. They always say white and black. There's other people in the world.
Right.
Brazilian, Chinese, like I always say, man.
Right.
So it ain't just about black. That's the big thing about races. And it's a lot of black kids that's going to school. It's all about what school you go to. Some schools you go to Howard, it's all black kids. You go to ISU, it's mostly white kids. You go in Chinatown, it's nothing but Chinese people. So it don't really matter about that. That population is automatically wrong.
So I'm guessing you probably feel the media is kind of having their way of,
the media always,
because with rumors and everything, that's money.
Yeah,
people feed off of rumors.
It's always going to be about the black and white situation, which needs to stop, though, period.
Okay, all right. What is your perspective on the youth these days and how the crime rate and killings have went up?
All right, another thing about that, Chicago, they list us as like a real bad area to live in. Every time I go somewhere, I went to D.C., you from Chicago? Oh, we got to get away from you. But Chicago not even in the top 5 of like crime situation. If you really look it up, though, we have Detroit. Mm-hmm. They do a lot of crime now. We got Miami that do a lot of crime also. So they always pop up Chicago. Oh, you from Chicago? Oh, you from Inglewood? You a bad person? I can't be right. That's false information. So they need to listen before you judge Chicago. Go look up the research, So they not even in the top 5. I'm 100% about that. Right. Chicago not even.
You've done your research.
Yeah, I'm not in the top 5, so that's wrong information.
Great. Why do you feel most women would rather be single versus being in a committed relationship?
Oh, with that type of question is a lot of women feels like guys sometimes we be too rough. And there's always like a cheating situation women feel like when you look at another woman. This is like a man situation too. He might get jealous too. But like a lot of women just assume something. Like if you go get your hair cut every week, or he trying to look good for another woman, which is just false information. If you really trust somebody and love somebody and you think they love you, it ain't nothing to worry about. I don't worry about my girlfriend or none of that. I think she gonna come home. If she don't, it's enough fish in the sea. 23 years old.
All right. Okay. Do you feel the problem with the working committee is all about who you know versus what you know?
And I truly agree with that because it's a lot of kids, know a lot of stuff about working and they don't get in there,
Right.
A lot of kids go to college and a lot of things about working situation. A lot of people lie and say, a lot of people say they're going to name their kid named Bill. So it can seem like it's a white kid, so he might get the job. Which that's a sad thing to have to do. When everybody's a human being, I don't like that at all. But you're right about this. Who you know is not what you know. You ain't got to know how to fly a plane these days. Right. If your Uncle Jeff who worked there, he'll teach you and you'll get through the door. Which that's the wrong way to do it.
All right. Okay. Do you think education is important in the long run?
Education is important now, long runs, forever. Without education, how you going to be a rapper if you don't know how to read the words? How you gonna be a director if you can't tell a person what to do? So education falls around the whole world. Everything you do is education. You need education. You can never stop learning. The brain works on every time you can learn anything. So education goes a long way.
All right, and lastly, man, what do you do for fun?
I rap. But my rapping is way different from everybody else rapping. I like to put silly stuff in my rapping, I like the people to enjoy you, not just all about, going wild, acting crazy. I got dreads, I don't even shake them. If you really look at it, I don't shake my dreads like that. I don't do all that, But it's all about having fun, man. I like to watch TV shows, like I said. I probably watch some of the most girliest TV shows,
But you're being real.
I got a TV show, Big Brother. A lot of people ain't never heard of it. That's my friends. I watched that. Hardcore Pawn. Love and Hip Hop is a comedian show to me. Stevie J is a fool on there. You know, it's a lot of TV shows to watch. Basketball is my number one sports that I like to watch. You know, Lakers. I'm a Kobe Bryant fan. Shout out to D Rose, you know, from Chicago. Football, Michael Vick. I keep the same team. Michael Vick been working hard, you know. So that's what I do basically on my time, you know, and motivate people to keep. If you think you can do something, just keep your head up and do it. You know, if you want to be a singer, don't let nobody tell you can't sing, because everybody like different type of singing, you know.
Right,
Nicki Minaj come out with some of the most silly stuff. She just frowned up her face and she get an album. So you tell me what you can do.
All right.
Just go off of that.
Okay, that wraps it up. Another Justice Yourself production here with Leso on his accounts on The World Today and President Obama. Have a good one.
Look like